So there's this thing now that is currently trending. This thing about money being evil, or at first it was money is the root of all evil. Then somebody now changed it to the love of money is the root of all this nonsense. See, first things first, there is nothing evil about money. Like somebody will come out wearing clothes that is bought with money. Let's say maybe he's holding a microphone, also bought with money, and be like, money is the root of all evil. Money is evil, like, and then we'll not be actually thinking that. Then anytime we now see somebody rich, it will always be one or two bad things that will come to our head. You know, see, the thing that money is actually everything. Permit me to say, I'm not saying it in a way that you should adore it. I just want you to, like, you have to acknowledge the fact that money, like, see, without money, like, without money, what do you think that our current world will be like? Like, everything you do every day, 90% of the things you do every day, one way or the other, money is connected to it. Whether it is wearing clothes, or eating food, or lying down on a bed bought with money, or even entering a room bought with money, or brushing your mouth using toothpaste or toothbrush. But everything you do, money is always involved. And then somebody opens his mouth and be like, money is the root of all evil. Are you stupid? How can money be the root? Money cannot be the root of all. Money is a good thing. You understand? It's just that where people begin to fuck up is where they now start adoring money. You're not meant to adore it. You're just supposed to acknowledge it. Acknowledge the fact that yes, money is good, money is powerful, money is important. You acknowledge that fact. Then before you, it's not about adoring. Understand? It's about acknowledging.
See, I think the truth is, let me just be honest. The truth is, people who think money is the root of all evil are those who have distorted mindsets. Like their mindset is like it has been warped in a like it's just the system basically.
Yes.
Right? It has been warped in that system, that systematic way of thinking. And I'll not blame you guys. It is hard because once you have to, like I said in the last video, once you keep on, something has been repeated all over and over in your mind, it makes you think that the certain way, it is very hard for you to just snap out of it. Do you understand? You can't just easily snap out of it unless those people make it obvious, make it yet like my control and stuff like that. The only person that really has the most power to snap out of it is you as a person and the person who control you, really. So now I want to make you guys understand that there's a lot of things that have made people think in that certain way about money, right? A lot of things that we've watched. I'm not going to go into that what's called area. I'm just going to talk about money now. The actual truth about money is every single thing we've done and we are doing requires money. The people that came out and said money is the root of all evil, it's still the same people that will go to church and pray for financial blessing. So why are you praying for something that is evil in a godly and good what's it called? Group?
Do you remember that thing I told you the first day I met you? I was like, I told you that some people are consciously chasing money, but subconsciously they think it is evil.
Yeah.
So like your subconscious and conscious mind has to be aligned. You understand? Your conscious mind can't be going left. Your subconscious mind can't be in the left place, and then you are trying to go right.
That's the thing.
Your subconscious mind is telling you that money is evil.
Do you know something? People. You see, there's a difference between what you see and how you act.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
yeah.
Because people don't really see what you say. People see how you act. People see your actions.
Yes.
Because guess what? Actions speak louder. Like I said, your actions speak louder than your words. Now, you can't be saying this thing and not knowing how you are acting and acting. You can't be saying something and not acting what you are saying. Like now, people say, "Oh, money is evil." Oh, no, they say, "Oh, I need money. I need that," but they act like it is not. They don't need it, right? Okay, now let me give an example. People say they need money. They want money. They want money to come into their life. They go to church. They pray. They Christianity, they ask God, they say, God, give me money, blah, 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 blah. They speak all those tongues, speak all those things, cast and bind with their mouth. Now, the need for money has to also be aligned with the actions to get that money. Now, where is the action? They act like they act in a redundant manner. They just behave like they don't want the money. So that thing can never come. Now, the importance of money in this aspect of life is that every single thing that we've done and we are see, now the fear that people have for money is the reason why they don't want to do a lot of things. They know that when you have money, right, it's like a channel, like a door to freedom. They don't know that. They don't know that the usage of money, the way that they place money above man, they place it as like it's God level. So because they place it at God level, they fear money. The truth about it is, once that fear of money comes in, right, you are now channeled to think that you need to save up that money rather than invest that money or what, double that money or what, make it grow. You are now channeled to think that I need to save up this money or I keep this money. I don't want to risk losing this money. I don't want to lose this money. I don't want to do anything. Right? Now, in as much as savings use investments, true, I don't have a problem with that. But let me shock you. You know that savings is just deferred spending. What's deferred spending? Non-current spending. So let me give you an example. Let's say the income of an individual for the first month is 30k, right? As a student, you see your parents give you 30k. You use 2k to pay your class dues. Let's say that's class due, now it's tax. So now in that, the remaining money is what disposable income, right? The money you're supposed to use for some different musical. At that current moment, you spend it on taxes, right? You spend it on taxes, that's the class due. You spend it on water and everything. Let's say all the current spending that day you made was let's say 5k. Now you're left with 25k. That remaining money is savings. You've not spent that money. That's already savings. You don't have to carry money and go and put in a box before you see that savings. So guess what? You have that layer of saved. Now where the problem is you will not say, I don't want to touch that money. You say you don't want to touch that money, and you will not touch the money. You will not use the money to do it. The money will just be there. Right? The fear of losing the money will not set in. You will now keep that money rather than using that money to, or rather than first getting yourself skilled, getting yourself acquiring a skill, right? And using that money to channel yourself to at that what's it called, that level, double that money with that skill, improve yourself. You rather want to keep the money. What are you doing with the money you say you're saving? Saving for what? Say you're saving for the future. Your future that is blank. Imagine the future that is blank. It does not, you just how your last 5 years was, how disturbed you were with financial problems. You now say, because of I want to save 25k my parents gave me today, expecting 35k in return in the future without anything doing, without you putting it into something that will make it blow or increase the value of that money.
Now, Tony, look at the thing. The truth is that, yes, I believe what you said, but you know all these things are information. Understand? So, like I said, that's why this system of a thing is a problem. Many people don't know that, if you have money, you are supposed to invest rather than buy. Many people don't know that saving is actually done. I'm not trying to criticize. I'm not saying you should not save your money. Yeah, save, but if you're saving to buy, it does not make sense. If you're saving to invest, and you're on the right path. The thing is that people lack information about. A lot of people don't know what money is. I was talking with my friend the other night. He told me that money is a mindset. Money is a way of life. Money is a physique. Like, the way he described money to me, it was so enticing. That is money. Like, money is the way you speak. Money, like, people just don't know what money is. That's why they find it very hard to maintain it at the end of the day. You know how people are now, anything they don't understand, they'll tag it as what? Evil. So that's why they say that money is evil, because they don't understand how money actually works. Money has a way it works. If you can understand how money, people that are rich today, they understand they are rich because they know how to bend money to their will.
Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that it's only poor people that say rich people are evil?
Yes.
Because they think, and it's rich people think that poor people are stupid. Now, why did they think so? Because once you are behaving in a different way, once you are behaving in a very abnormal way to what you are normally used to, you expect that person to be what's it called, dumb or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Or he's not normal.
Yeah.
Then when those people that you claim are not normal see you, say, oh, these ones too are not normal. But the truth is now, rich people actually see poor people. They don't see, let me just say, rich people don't actually see poor people as evil or poor people as good. They don't think that, they just think they lack the knowledge. Whereas, even, what's it called? Poor people think rich people are just automatically evil. But they want to get to that, they want to attain what those rich people have. Yet, they don't want to accept that they need to learn from those rich people and how they made, how they saw, how they viewed money. And that's one thing, the way, because if you were to take a survey, right, a survey of how rich people and poor people analyze and see money, you see there's two different mindsets. So how these people, I tell you, poor people adore money, which is very hard for them to actually see that money. It's actually very hard for them to attain that.
Wow.
Why rich people, they see money as like this thing is very important, but
Yes,
I am more important than that
but
money.
you're more important than that money.
So they first have to what? Build themselves first. Have that purpose, have the drive, have the skill, and monetize that. They monetize themselves. Poor people, rather, they monetize materialistic. They monetize materialistic things. Why rich people monetize themselves?
And then, yeah.
Let me tell you something now. Yes, I'm not against spend. I will never be against spending in this life. The people tell me spend wisely. People tell me spend this. Okay, good and fine. You have your reasons for why spending wisely. It makes sense when somebody that is not really earning anything is spending. It makes sense when someone that is not really earning much is spending lesser, right? It's spending wisely, as you people tell me it as. Now, but look at it. I look at all the forex traders I'm learning from, right? Now I look at those forex, I look at those affiliate marketers, I look at those Andrew Tate of nowadays, I look at those Vusis, I look at those billionaires that are, I look at Bill Lord, Jeffrey Benson, and BB Forex. I look at those guys. Those guys are they consistently make money from their skills, and they advertise what they have. They show us cars they bought. Some of them have 7, 6, 8 cars. FX Alex has like 12 cars, and there's no way he's driving all of them, right? This guy has like 12 cars, and if you check the value of these cars are not, they're not something that you buy for 10 million. These cars go 600k. The least will be 600k dollars. The highest can be 3-5 million, right? These guys, they buy and they have like 12 in their garages, and yet they keep on earning. And someone will tell me that spend wisely. The truth is, if you're not going to learn anything from this, I want you to take this quote. Don't stop spending. Just keep earning. Now, these quotes, now, like, at least as it might sound, as funny as it might sound, it is very, very powerful. But it's not very applicable in every field. Now, I want to tell you something. There are two types of jobs. There is the 9 to 5, and there's the 1 to 3 hours. Right? There's the 9 to 5 jobs, and there's the 1 to 3 hours. Now, if you look at all these smart people of nowadays, there is 1 to 3 hours. They are in the 1 to 3 hours job. The billionaires of nowadays, they are in the 1 to 3 hour jobs. Whereas the people who lack the understanding are in the 9 to 5 jobs. Now, you can be in 9 to 5 jobs. People like that produce work for you guys are happy that those people exist. Like I said, for these people have to exist for balance to be attained. So there are people that are in the 9 to 5 jobs that will be in the 9 to 5 jobs, and there's the 1 to 3. The 1 to 3 jobs are those jobs that that you produce. Whereas the 9 to 5 are those ones you what? You consume. The 9 to 5 jobs are the jobs that have been produced for you to now what? Attain. You don't produce those jobs for yourself. It's being produced for you to now consume as an employer. You as an employee. Whereas the 1 to 3 are the ones you produce jobs for people. The ones you self-employ yourself. Right? The ones you acquire skill from. You acquire skill. You acquire online trading skill. You acquire convincing, persuasive skill. You acquire, that's in terms of athlete. You acquire dropshipping skill. You acquire all these online job businesses skills. This is such a digital age when you can monetize things. Like the power of money is not just in the hands of money. Like it's not just paper. The power of money is not just paper. It is the way poor people see money. I just keep on saying it. They see money as just materialistic things, whereas the actual truth is money should not just be monetized in terms of materialistic things. These things should not be of great adoration to you. You should not be adoring materialistic things. Rather, you should see yourself as something that should be monetized. That's the way poor, rich-minded people think. They see themselves as more value than you actually see this paper money. When poor people see this paper money, that's the psychology of money. They go crazy. They don't want to lose it. So they put money, they value money over their own self. They don't see how important they are as persons. They don't see how important they are. They don't see how powerful man is. Rather, they want to worship money because when they see paper money, they just think, that's everything. I'm on my shoe. I'm on my clothes. That's poor people mentality.
See the thing here now. There's something that I saw that you even said now. Like, okay, yes, my friend told it to me. He told me that money is not real. You understand? Money is not real. Money is an idea. Like, you know, the thing that people, if you continue to chase money, like, you're not supposed to be chasing money. Like, when you chase money, you end up working for money. How can you be working for money? Like, you're supposed to be controlling money. How can you be? You're not supposed to be working for money. You're supposed to be making money to work for you. You're supposed to be buying. Like, people have the wrong idea of this money thing. You understand? Money is not actually real. When you hear that somebody has $300 billion, he didn't have what he had was an idea.
I swear.
That brought him three. Money is an idea. If you want money, look for an idea.
The power of money is the power of man. It's the power of man. Do you understand? The power of money.
Yes, money is under our control. Money is like our slave.
That's what I say. Poor people see money as God. Rich people see money as slaves.
Yes, very beautiful.
Poor people adore money. That when they see paper money like this, they value it as more than their own life. But do you know something? Philosophers there was a period of philosophy. Yeah? There was the ancient era, there was the medieval era, and there was the modern era. Now there are 4 eras, but these first 3 eras now are very important. The ancient era, they wanted to know more about the what's it called? They were ontocentric. That is, they wanted to know more about how the world came about. How the world came about, right? Then that's the creation of the world and how the world is being how the world is. Then they moved from the medieval era. Now the medieval era was what? The ancient era was cosmocentric. That is how the world is. Do you understand? Cosmocentric is just like to know how the world is structured, the structure of the world. That's cosmocentric, the cosmos. Now, then they went to the medieval era. Now in the medieval era, these people, the philosophers then, wanted to know more about God. They were theocentric. Now, this era brought about a lot of things. The Renaissance era. There was in the middle of the medieval and there was a Renaissance era. Now, in this era, these people were like saying, you guys should leave God. It was like as if God wanted these people to leave them alone. Say, I've given you the power. Man, I've given you the power. Like, do you know how powerful man is?
Man. Like when you hear that, when you hear that man is a limitless being,
Yes.
I took that thing to heart.
Do you know how powerful man
Yes,
is? Man have the power to make the money, but yet poor people or poor-minded people think that money is bigger than them, that they adore money, they worship money, they limit themselves. They see things and start to adore it. So we're just basically going back to the era of theocentric, where we want to know that there's something bigger than man. Whereas in this world, in this earthly world, I'm not talking about the supernatural, I'm talking about this natural world, there's nothing bigger than man. Let's take away the supernatural. There's nothing bigger than man, because God has given us the power. He said He made us what? In His own image and likeness. So the power of man is limitless. There's a lot of things we can do, but yet we limit ourselves to certain things that makes us think in a certain way. Say, bro, as money. Do you know that in the fucking forex markets, just forex market alone, because there are a lot of markets you can trade, just the forex market alone, every single day, $6.6 trillion is being traded. Every single day, 6.6 trillion. Who is that money and where is that money going to? Who is printing that money and where is that money going to? People will see forex and say, Omo is a scam. Omo is a risk. Omo is this. Omo is that. I can't go forex. I can't do this. Affiliate marketing is all about persuading. Just building that skill of persuading, being able to persuade someone to buy your course. Do you know how powerful that is? Having the ability to persuade, to convince somebody. Yet we limit ourselves to saying, oh, affiliate marketing is a risk. I can't do it. By saying I can't do it, you limit your ability as a person, as a demigod, basically. As a god, you limit yourself. Man should stop thinking in the aspect of things around him being bigger than him. There is nothing bigger than man. God made man above all the animals in the animal kingdom. Do you know how important that message is in the Bible? But people just think, oh, God put man in charge of the animals. Okay, man is just higher class animal. What happened? Bro, that message is so much deeper. He put us, there's nothing in this world that is bigger than man. Yet, when money came, people were like, no, money is big, Chineke. Money is big, guy. That is the stupidest thing. If you look at poor people, I'm not saying poor people, poor-minded people, because you can still be rich.
Yes,
you
and
can
still have a poor
and still have a poor
mindset.
mindset. But poor-minded people, they say money is so big, it's much bigger than them, and they say they'd rather just save and do what with that money.
See,
you have no idea what to invest in. You have no idea to invest on. Nothing that you have, nothing that you're producing, rather just consuming.
See, that is why, like, the reason for me, poverty is like a continuous cycle. Understand? You are poor, they pay you a salary. Because of you have, number one, a poor mindset, number two, no skills, number three, no investing skills. You just consume and then wait to be paid again to continue to consume. So the instant, like, that is why the deeper you get into the rat race, the harder it is for you to come out. Because this thing is like a cycle. It's just like a very deep cycle. You wait to be paid. When you get paid, you consume. If somebody dashes you money, you don't have any skill. So what do? You consume. Poverty is a state of mind. Wealth building starts. If you want to build wealth, you start from your mind. You can't build real wealth. If you give a person now with what is it called? If you give a person now with poor mindset, 100 million naira, how that 100 million naira is going to finish? Sooner or later, it will, like, and it's not, it will finish in the sense of some. It will finish only on consumption. You understand? Maybe the person is a good person. He'll help people out with so and so money. All this doing that is a good person. You donate, build his own house, all this thing. Money will finish because you ended up stacking more liabilities than your asset. See, money people need to go and understand money. You need to go and read Rich Dad Poor Dad, Psychology of Money, The Intelligent Investor. There are books out there that will actually teach you. Like, yes, money is actually rich people now see money as slave, but at the same time, if you want to be able to bend money to become your slave, it's not anything that any man can do. You understand? There's a particular caliber you have to reach in knowledge before you can say, yes, I'll bend money to my will. I'll stand above money. You understand? Money is almost the only thing that can beat man. You understand? But man can also beat money if you learn how. If you want to learn how to beat money, if you want to learn, like what we just saying now, people see money as a god. The power God gave us is higher than money.
Yeah.
For me, after man, the second highest thing on earth is money. You understand? So people think that money is higher than them. It's a lie. Man is higher than money. But the first things first is to understand. Like it's for the thing to sink into your head that, okay, I'm higher than this thing now. I am not supposed to be working for it. It's supposed to be working. There's something called to make money work for you. That is people that understand wealth is. I think that there are people that understand, people that like Robert Kiyosaki. This guy understands, like, he understands wealth to a very dangerous level. Somebody that is $1.2 billion in debt, but he can't be arrested. And from the debt, he's building more wealth. And like, it sounds so ridiculous. You understand? Because, of course, now normal people think that this guy don't have sense. You are $1.2 billion in debt. Normally, normal people think that he doesn't have sense. But that's the point. Normal people are not meant to understand it. That's the thing about being, you're not supposed to be normal. If people think you are normal, then something is wrong. If people actually think that this guy is normal people are not supposed to be understanding you. That was the whole point of the whole thing.
You know, like you're just saying, just talking about, you know the richest man in the world, Elon Musk. How much is he worth? Over 200 billion, right?
Yeah.
I think it's over 300 now.
300, 400.
I think it's four, safe.
Yeah.
Over 400 billion, right? USD. If you go and check, you know, he has money.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? The money that he has is not real money.
Yeah, assets.
How does he have? Those shares are not. They're just floating in the air.
Yeah.
They don't really exist in terms of monetary this thing. They're not being liquidized. They're just floating in the air. Right? Those money. So he cannot be taxed on that money. Just like us, we who have the money in our possession, we can be taxed on. He cannot be taxed on those floating shares. Those basically fake money that is there but it's not there. Right? Now, what am I trying to say here is, how did he get all those shares together, those borrowed assets, those borrowed capitals? How did he get all those? He came up with an idea. I wanted to buy X. I wanted to start a paper. I have an idea. It all came about an idea that people bought into and made him. That is idea. And that is idea made him the richest man in the world. The idea of wanting to make paper, the idea of wanting to make SpaceX, the idea of wanting to launch rockets to space, having been the first privatized space exploration company. The idea, he all started from an idea. He saw how powerful the mind was. Action, right? Now, he understood that as a man, I have more power. There's no limit to what I can do. So he went for it. He saw the power of persuasion. He was able to persuade a lot of people who had money, and they all bought into the idea of what? Having to buy X, having to start up SpaceX, having to start up PayPal. Now he is the richest man in the goddamn planet. And you can't check his money. He's floating in the air. The people don't see it. People just say, oh, it's luck. There's no such thing as luck.
Thank you for saying that.
Everything happens because of what you've been able to, like, like how you've been able to show yourself, how you've been able to build yourself. Everything is supposed to happen in line with how you build yourself. If you don't build yourself to that level, you can never attain that level.
Yeah.
If you don't start building yourself to the level you want to be, you can never attain that level. God will want you to move from point A to point B, but it is you as the man that will now decide for yourself whether or not you want to. How will you tell me that God brought you into this world and you're saying that what's it called? He wants you to die already. God wants you to succeed. God doesn't want you to perish. He wants you to have everlasting life. It is you that will decide for yourself where you end up being. And how you start building, how the process is your decision to make, not God's decision. So that is the power of the mind, the power of human beings. And people now see that money is more important than the life of man, and so they adopt it. And they want to now, and they expect that their money will continuously, like imagine this now, as a person, you just, I just want to share this. I said earlier before, right? There are two types of jobs. There is the 1 to 3 and there is 9 to 5. Now, the 9 to 5, those jobs that you continuously earn the same thing over and over again, consistency, right? Now, people will say, but that's consistency. We talked about consistency in the last one. You're earning 20k every single week. 20k every single week. $20k every single week. I mean, that's good money, see? Makes sense, right? But imagine me earning 20k every single week with, what's it called? The same, that's just consistent earning, right? You know that next week I'm going to earn 20k. Next week I'm going to earn 20k. It sounds sense in your, right? It makes sense in your head.
Yeah.
But then I have a 1 to 3 job that will just keep making me improve. I know that I will keep on improving.
Yes. Even though you not start from that 20k.
Even if so I start from 10k my first week, you start from 20k your first week. You think you're higher than me. Next week I improve to 20k, you still maintain that 20k. The other week I improve to 30k, you still maintain that 20k. The other week I'm improving to 50k, 60k, 70k. You just keep on making that 20k, 20k. By the end of the year, I will have more money than you. And you'll be asking yourself, but wait, I was consistent, bro. 9 to 5 will just keep on making you to do the same thing over and over without any sense of improvement. So it is like you consistently being average, whereas your mates and your peers are consistently improving in themselves. That is the mindset that you're supposed to set for yourself. Improving, the power of the mind.
Yeah, we actually talked about this thing last time.
This was last.
Yeah.
And look how important it is in terms of monitoring something.
The main thing that I felt like people should have grabbed from that last lesson was when I said that the ability, when we hear that nothing is perfect, it doesn't mean you are not good enough to be perfect.
True.
It means that you can keep on doing better. That there is no such thing as perfect is like a limit. You understand? That thing that people call perfect is just like a limit, a place. Improvement can beat perfection. Improvement is on top of, like, even though perfection is here, improvement to keep on climbing, reach perfection, continue to climb. So perfection is not like the inability not to be perfect doesn't mean you're not good enough.
For me,
it means you can continue doing better.
You
understand?
Perfection is like, perfection is a term, right, for those people who continuously just improve in themselves. The moment you continuously improve in yourself, that process for me is perfection. You don't have to attain a specific place for me to say you are perfect. It's just the road, the process itself as perfection. Do you understand? But now that was last topic, right? I was just trying to use what we had talked about last week in this idea of money now, right? The idea of money, how people will see money as, I need to continuously earn this. They see it as, this is the money I need to keep, but they don't know that you can. So the truth is now that you have to understand that money should not be placed above human abilities. Don't just accept that money should be just materialistic things that you wear. things that you have on your leg, things that you drive, right? People see spending as a waste. They want to just save. But do you know investment is a form of spending? Do you know continuous buying is a form of investing? You do not know. Now, let me people understand that people should stop seeing money as materialistic things. Rather, monetize themselves. Don't just monetize materialistic things. Monetize yourself. Gain a skill where you can continuously gain money from. Because the truth is, you will run dry when you are not doing when you are not producing. You will one day run dry. When you are not producing that labor, you will run dry. But the moment you start to produce labor, you will never ever run dry. Right? Because the thing about all this labor work, all these 9 to 5 jobs is you will attain a point in life where you will stop to work. You will stop going to those jobs. Let's say when you reach 60, people are police at age of 60, you stop working in this field. There's no way you will reach. But people that today, 70-year-old, 80-year-old, 90-year-old, they're still doing affiliates, they're still doing dropshipping, they own big companies. They're still generating work from trading forex, trading in markets, trading stocks, trading crypto. Right? This is generated from all those sources. Because they've attained those skills, they've acquired skills that will just keep on making money from, because they've been able to understand the power of the mind, the power of man, and monetize those skills that they've acquired. So monetize yourself, gain skills, monetize yourself. Stop adoring materialistic things and start adoring yourself.
And then the final thing I'd like to add before we end this thing. A lot of people know that Elon Musk now has up to $400 billion net worth. But how many people have ever asked how? You see somebody driving a Ferrari, or a Bugatti worth $400,000, over 500 million naira. And then you just think that what? Sometimes you have to learn to ask the question, how? So there are some certain things that are not supposed to be. Why should a Toyota Camry be let's say 20 million naira, and then a Lamborghini be 520 million naira, and somebody is driving that car? And then you never stop to ask how. These people have an information you don't have, and you don't even care to find out what these people know. You understand? There's something that they know. There is something they know. There's this info that they have. And if you seek it with time, you start thinking so it's not just, okay, now everybody knows Elon Musk is what? $400 billion in net worth. If they ask how, you say, he owns this, he owns that. Oga, there's something more. You understand? It's not just by seeing and say, you know. It's not just by knowing. Try to understand. Try to see what followed the $400 billion. You understand? Try to, and then laws of cause and effect. If you just do what somebody rich did, you end up becoming rich. When you look at what the person did, you replicate the same process. If you want to build your own path, good and fine. You understand? But if you want, you can replicate the person's process, and you will end up. So it's not just by knowing. You understand? Sometimes you have to end up asking how. Understand?
Thanks, Richie, for the updates, for the making us understand that you need to ask questions on how. Not just thinking that you know or jumping to conclusions. Ask how. It's always good to ask how. Understand? Because there's nothing that a man has done that you can't do. Because God could give us the same brain. Right? Yes, we are different men, different women. We have different pasts and different lives to live. Doesn't mean that what this man does, you cannot do it. There's nothing that a single man has done that you cannot do. It is just the different mindsets. Right? It's just the different mindsets. So now, thank you, Michelle, for that last minute updates, right?
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Thank you too for the wonderful insights you shared with us. And to all our listeners, anybody that would like to do a collab with us, our email address, micheltonypodcast@gmail.com, has been pasted on our about. So you can reach us, you can reach out to us from there. We'll talk, and then if you are ready and you reach the necessary requirements, you can actually do a collab with us. Thank you once again for being on this meeting with us. See you on the next episode.